I got started in art when I was in Florence, Italy, which, looking around Florence, Italy, you just go immediately. No wonder the Renaissance started here. The light is so good, and it's just soft, and there's so much stuff to look at, and the history of it and all is just right there. My wife had seen it and taken me there and just said, "You've got to see this place." I had no interest in painting at the time. We were in a restaurant and there was a lot of beautiful art on the walls, and I saw something that I really connected with, and it was interesting because she connected with it too. And so the guy in the restaurant came over and he said, "They're all for sale if you're interested." So we said, "Well, we really like that one." We'd never bought anything. It was my birthday coming up. It was right before Christmas. Said, let's buy this painting. So he said, "Great, fantastic," and brought us a glass of wine and started making phone calls. And 2 hours later and 4 glasses of wine later, he comes over and says, "I got the artist." He says, "It's not for sale." And we were just disappointed. But he said, "The other stuff is," and we were like, "Well, that's the one we wanted." So we left, but on the way out the door, I said, "Let's take a look at that thing." And I looked at it and I said, "I'll go back and paint it for you." So I took a close look, and when I came back, I bought an easel and some paints and canvases and started painting. And I painted this painting that was not at all like it, but it came out pretty good. And I gave it to my wife for Christmas, and she absolutely loved it. So that's really how I got started. And then shortly thereafter, it was all serendipity because a person rented a house next door, and he was a painter, longtime painter. His name is Peter Rolfe. And he came over and said, "I heard that you were painting." He said, "I've been painting a long, long time." He said, "I'm going to make your life easy." And he started saying, "I start with these 3 colors. This is where I buy my materials. This is how I stretch my canvas. This is how I set up my easel. Let's go outside and paint." I was introduced to plein air painting outside on location, which is really difficult. You really need someone to train you. He was very patient, just willing to share everything he wanted to share. And I didn't find out until much later that he's touted as one of the best impressionists in the country. And he just came along and just was helping me out. And I think he saved me 5 years, maybe 10 years. I'm not a real finicky painter. I like to have a painterly look about it. And that comes naturally when you paint on the scene. You just don't have lots and lots of reference materials to go back to and lots of time. You have to go out and you have to decide what you're going to paint. You have to make a decision, and then you have to do it. I'm never really completely satisfied. I'm never totally satisfied. I haven't been, something where I just said, "Wow, that's just perfect." There's always something that you think you could do better. And that's really is a lot of the drive, is that you are always striving to get the color just a little better, or the edge just a little better, or you paint something that's really fantastic, but you just say, "Wow, I should have made it bigger," or something like that. So that keeps me painting. I don't think I'll paint something that I just say, "That's perfect, I'm finished." I don't think that's ever going to happen.